The year 1946 dawned with a palpable tension in the air of British India. The Second World War had ended, leaving the mighty British Empire battered and weary. In India, the struggle for independence had reached a fever pitch. It was against this backdrop of anticipation and unrest that the Indian naval mutiny erupted, a dramatic event that would shake the foundations of British rule. The mutiny was not a spontaneous outburst, but rather the culmination of simmering discontent among Indian sailors in the Royal Indian Navy. The sailors were particularly aggrieved by the dismal conditions they faced. The food was often substandard, and living quarters were cramped and unhygienic. Discrimination was rife, with Indian sailors receiving inferior treatment and pay compared to their British counterparts. The racism inherent in the system was brought into sharp focus, further fueling the sailors' resentment. The sailors' grievances were not limited to material conditions. They were also deeply inspired by the surging tide of nationalism sweeping across India. The Indian National Congress, led by Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, had been at the forefront of the freedom struggle, demanding complete independence. The Muslim League, under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was also clamoring for a separate Muslim state. The sailors, drawn from all corners of India and representing a diverse cross-section of religious and regional backgrounds, found common cause in their desire for a free and independent India. The stage was set for a confrontation that would have far-reaching consequences. The spark that ignited the mutiny was seemingly insignificant, a dispute over food at a naval establishment in Bombay. However, this minor incident quickly escalated, tapping into the deep well of resentment and anger that had been building for years. On February 18, 1946, sailors at the HMIS Talwar, a training ship docked in Bombay, refused to eat the substandard food they were served. Their protest, initially confined to the Talwar, spread like wildfire throughout the naval base and soon engulfed other ships and shore establishments in Bombay. The mutiny in Bombay sent shockwaves throughout India. What began as a localized protest by sailors quickly transformed into a mass upsurge of public support, engulfing the city in a wave of strikes and demonstrations. The citizens of Bombay, deeply moved by the sailors' courage and inspired by their call for independence, rose in solidarity with the mutineers. Shops, businesses, and factories downed their shutters, bringing the bustling metropolis to a standstill. Public transportation came to a grinding halt as tram drivers and bus conductors joined the strike. Students boycotted their classes, and lawyers refused to appear in court. The city, usually pulsating with life, was enveloped in an eerie silence, broken only by the sounds of protest marches and the slogans of freedom fighters. The Indian tricolour, a powerful symbol of the independence movement, fluttered from rooftops and balconies, a visible manifestation of the widespread support for the mutiny. The mutiny had struck a chord with the people of Bombay, cutting across religious, caste and class divisions. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and Christians all joined hands in a remarkable display of unity, their collective voice rising in unison against British rule. The city's shutdown had a crippling effect on its economy. Essential supplies dwindled, and the colonial administration found itself struggling to maintain law and order. The unity and determination displayed by the people of Bombay during the mutiny were a testament to the deep-rooted yearning for freedom that permeated Indian society. The city's response to the mutiny served as a powerful reminder to the British that their days in India were numbered. The outpouring of public support for the sailors was not limited to Bombay alone. It resonated across the length and breadth of India. From the bustling streets of Calcutta to the villages in the hinterland, people from all walks of life expressed their solidarity with the mutineers.